Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
Generally speaking, I don't think of myself as being dumb and naive, but it caught me off guard. Shouldn't have.
A local man got a phone call claiming he won 2 prizes, but now he's afraid he has been scammed. Thanks for joining us tonight. A local man called our whistleblower hotline saying he thought he won a contest, but somehow ended up buying identity theft protection that he says is a scam.
And tonight he wants to let others know before they end up in the same spot. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Nicole Johnson investigates.
I never thought I'd get caught off guard, but I did.
Robert Potasic recently signed up for some contests. So when he got a phone call saying he won 2 gift cards, $100 on each, he didn't think twice.
He talked about Walmart and Best Buy, and I just assumed that it was legitimate. Of course, she was so smooth.
Potasic says the woman on the phone said he needed to pay $10 for shipping. He agreed to that. Then she explained he'd be paying $3.95 for Safe Data Trust, which is supposedly identity theft protection, and a couple more dollars for another service called Savings and More.
She asked for an audio recording and repeated that, the debit card number and the birth date.
After hanging up, he canceled his debit card, which the Better Business Bureau says is the best thing to do. A representative tells us offers like this are always trouble. I called the number back that showed up on Potasic's phone, and the woman who answered told me I had won 2 gift cards and that it would cost me $10 to ship them. And when I told her I'm a reporter, she hung up on me.
They have an art about them. They're smooth talkers, and they sound legitimate, and they're nice and friendly.
Potasic says since he allowed the caller to record the phone call, he still might lose some money, but he's not alone. The Better Business Bureau website has multiple complaints about Safe Data Trust, and a simple Google search turns up plenty of upset people paying for what they thought was identity theft protection, but aren't getting services or the gift cards that lured them in the first place. Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
And the Better Business Bureau says if you actually win a prize, you should never pay to claim it, adding it's not a good idea to give out personal information over the phone.
The snow might have stopped in parts of our region, but we all still have one thing in common. It's cold. Let's head over to Hutch Johnson to see how low those temperatures will go. Hutch?
Thanks so much, Stephanie. It's cold and it's windy as well, and that combination really, without a lot of additional snowfall today, has continued to keep those roads on the very slippery side. As we take a look at the satellite and radar throughout the late portion of the day, the widespread nature of any flurry activity is slowing down. But the wind continues to gust, and that's blowing this 6 to 13 inches of snow that fell in northeast North Dakota around, causing difficult travel to continue. Wind speeds, well, we have gusts to 30 in the Sisseton Hills, but it is starting to taper off just a bit, as I suspected. And with that being the case, temperatures will get mighty cold this evening, dipping down into the single digits before you head to bed. Overnight, some areas with sub-zero readings. We'll have the latest on that and your forecast for the upcoming weekend here in just a few moments.
Winter is definitely settling in now.
Yes, it's a really chilly night.
It is. Yeah. Thanks, Hutch. And stay up to date on all the weather conditions anytime on your smartphone or tablet. Just download the Storm Team Weather app to get the latest weather conditions. Even follow the radar live. Just search VNL Weather in the App Store.
Fargo police want you to know about a high-risk sex offender living in the area. His name is Hillary Edwards. He's staying at the Center Inc. in Fargo. Edwards was convicted of possession of child porn in 2008, for criminal sexual conduct in 2003, and convicted in 1993 of criminal sexual conduct. His victims were female acquaintances under the age of 15. Edwards is a lifetime registrant.
A recent arson at a Somali-operated coffee shop in Grand Forks has some people talking about Muslims and the Islam religion. And Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump is fueling a similar but more intense conversation nationwide. Trump says a temporary ban should be put in place to keep Muslims who are not U.S. citizens from entering our country for security reasons. An NBC poll says 57% of Americans oppose this plan, 25% support it, 18% don't know or have no opinion. Well, this week, We heard from the leader of the Islamic Center in Grand Forks, Nabil Sulman, who calls Islam a religion of peace. However, a Christian extremist who's spoken in Grand Forks 3 times says that Islam is bent on world domination.
Why can't Mr. Nabil show us these verses from the Quran? He is practicing propaganda. He's practicing taqiyya, that is lying to the infidels, because people do not know the truth about Islam by not reading the Quran and by listening to our liberals who know nothing about Islam, and the Muslim who know everything about Islam, but they're practicing this propaganda. The Muslim will take over the world.
Usama Dakdak, you just heard, was raised as a Christian in Egypt. He's now an American citizen living in Florida. He runs the Straight Way Ministry. Its stated purpose is to convert Muslims to the Christian faith.
Parents would rather have their children see violence over sex in the movies. That according to a new study for the moving rating system.
Now this comes as one of the most anticipated movies of the year premieres tonight, Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Valley News Team's Ashley Bishop looks at us, she joins us live now from West Acres Cinema, where the crowds are growing. Ashley?
Yeah, here at West Acres Cinema, the crowd is slowly trickling in for the premiere of Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Fans are gathering, and the movie begins in less than an hour. 415 people get to see the premiere. It's taking place in 2 different theaters, and the movies shortly after that, 7:15, 7:45, and 8 p.m. showings are also sold out. The newest film is rated PG-13, and it is the second in the Star Wars franchise with this rating. Into the 2015 Parents Rating Study, 80% of parents are more concerned about their child seeing sex scenes, compared to 64% concerned over violence. We asked parents in the Valley which is more concerning to them.
Me personally, it would be violence. Sex, I don't think, should be brought upon kids until they're of age.
I would rather see neither.
Okay, why?
Because it's giving the kids the wrong impression that violence is right, sex is right at any age, at any time.
Female and male nudity and the use of hard drugs is also a concern to parents over violence. Now, again, this movie is rated PG-13, the second in the Star Wars franchise rated that, and mainly rated because of sci-fi violence. Now, here's a fun fact for you. All the original Star Wars films were rated PG, and that was because they came out before the PG-13 rating system was even created. In South Fargo, Ashley Bishop, Valley News Live.
Things are getting started. All right, Ashley. 1/4 of parents in the study also felt that PG-13 movies were not appropriate for the F word. But parents on the East Coast and urban areas felt it was okay. If you want to see more on this study, click on this story at valleynewslive.com.
More than 425 students received their diplomas today at MSUM's winter graduation. The Nemzik Field House was packed with families cheering on their graduates. Today's events held a special significance for one family just starting out and another growing closer. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric takes us beyond the pomp and circumstance.
The massive screen hanging inside Nemzik Fieldhouse at MSUM was the starting point for one brave, nervous young man in uniform.
I wanted it to be special, and I knew her graduation was coming up, so I figured that'd be perfect.
See, his then girlfriend, now fiance Shay, was part of an interview that morphed into a proposal just minutes before the graduation ceremony kicked off. Connor, decked out in his Air Force blues, popped the question, and she said yes.
He's actually in the middle of a base transfer right now, and so it's just hard to take leave, hard to get everything finished.
Bodrero says the long-distance relationship has been wonderful since they first met about 1.5 years ago.
I love you, and thank you for supporting me in everything.
Shay, I can't wait until we can be together and move on with the rest of our lives.
After the entrance and some speeches, it was time to announce the graduates.
Deborah Lee Brakefield.
And she walked across the stage, a proud graduate of MSUM and soon to be a proud mother. As Debbie stood off to one side waiting, her daughter, Laurel, was all smiles too.
I think we've been able to share our ups and downs with each other because of the stress of college and what college develops you as a human being.
I mean, the 4 years we've really relied on each other. been there for each other, whether it would be finals or...
With families packing the stands, one was just getting started while another was growing closer. Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
Carrie Lynn.
And Debbie graduated with a degree in education while Laurel completed a degree in social work. Congratulations not only to them, but to all the graduates who received their diplomas today.
And to the lucky couple.
That's right. Very much
What
so.
a day.
Yeah.
Well, later at 6, marking a long-lasting restaurant in town with a ribbon cutting. Stay tuned.
All right, travel continues to be quite tricky and slippery with the winds that are subtly settling down as we head into the overnight hours. Not a lot of snow in the forecast, but the cold takes hold. Details are next.